So morning yogis, beginning lying down or seated, choosing whatever your body needs this morning. And just take a few moments to breathe. This wonderful time that you have on your Friday morning on your mat, this might be the only time that you really kind of become very conscious of your breath throughout the whole of your day. I know myself, when the day starts and everything rolls out, sitting and being conscious of the breath is quite rare, unless I really sit down and put my mind to it. So as you lie or sit there, just enjoy for a few moments, being really observant of the full inhale and a full exhale, and how all parts of the body move to create this breath. How amazing we are, really, that this carries on throughout the whole day without us even thinking about it. But how it's so vital for life, and how health, how we can adapt our breath as well to calm us down. Naturally, when we're stressed, the breath will be very shallow. It will be in the upper chest and very rapid. But to consciously actually slow it down, bring it deeper into the body, we can engage the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxing and restful part of us. So just taking a few moments here to arrive, settle, ground down and tune in through your chakras. Check in with your crown, third eye, your throat, heart center, solar plexus above your navel and the sacral below your navel, and then root, base of the spine. It doesn't take a moment just to kind of glance through these areas and notice if for any reason something feels a little bit out of whack, or actually you feel completely balanced and quite harmonious there as well. And when we can identify where we're maybe out of balance, there are so many ways with yoga and many other things to create harmony and more flow of energy through us. So if you're sitting already, just hop off of your meditation cushions and come into our lying position. We'll start our stretches. On the inhale, right arm up and over, hand to the floor, foot flexed on the right side, and just enjoy this gorgeous stretch. Create some space this side, the masculine side, Pingala. How does it feel through your calf muscle, around the knee, through your waist, up to the hands, pointing the toes on the right side. And then when you're ready, just let that arm float down on the exhale. Palms up for a moment. Let everything relax. And then same again on the left. Inhale, arm over. A nice flex in the foot. And reaching and stretching, lowering the hip down and reaching up with the arm through the shoulder joints. Point the toes. And then exhale, relax, arm down. Again, just take a breath in a moment. And then inhale, both arms up and over. And a lovely long stretch here. Flex, point the toes, alternate this movement. Pausing or doing it more quickly, whatever feels good. And then exhale, let everything soften, arms down. Always feels so good, even just those first 3 stretches. You can feel a little bit of vibrancy through your body. So now drawing the right knee in, hands around the shin. A deep inhale. Exhale coming up. And just enjoying, watching the breath leave the body, holding the breath out. And then inhale when you're ready down. Only holding this breath as long as you're comfortable. Always go by how it feels for you. So now inhale, exhale. Lovely stretch through the back of your neck and the upper back. Hold the breath out. And then inhale down. Both knees, same again. Inhale. And then exhale. And gently inhale as you come down. Enjoy a little rock on your back. Or rotate in little circles. And as you do this, notice how your spine feels. This might be the first opportunity you've felt the muscles through your back, the muscles that run along the spine. And so let's take our hands and feet up, working through the warm-up this way. So stretching fingers, stretching toes, and then curling and making fists with thumbs in and thumbs out. How do your toes and fingers feel this morning? And then gently flex backwards and forwards, pausing, maybe enjoying this stretch under the wrists and over the wrists and at the ankles. Rotating now. Nice sort of fluid movement. And other way. Listening to, perhaps this is where I get all the little clicks through wrists. And lower the arms down, gently keep the legs up and cycle. Engaging gently in your tummy. How do your knees feel today? And just reversing that. How coordinated do you feel reversing? Lovely. Hug the knees in for a moment. Just relax and you can just feel that softening in the belly. Pop one foot down, the left leg down or the left foot down, however you want to do this, and then right leg raised, big circles. And just tuning into the hip area. How does it feel? How does it feel in the back of your leg as you bring the leg up? Tightness through the leg, perhaps. Other direction. And notice if you're holding your breath or you've forgotten how the breath feels in the body. Let's swap legs. Left side. Are our hips happy today? Other way. And again, just notice any subtle differences from left to right of the body. And just hug knees in for a moment. Again, little rock always feels nice. Placing the feet on the mat, we'll come into a reverse pigeon. So right foot on left knee. Hug around the left thigh with your hands and just lift that leg away. Nice stretch here, opening through our hips. And if you ever can't do pigeon, perhaps one side or both sides, this is a great alternative. Lower that foot. Let's swap sides. So left foot on the right knee and hugging around the right thigh. How tense are you in your left leg, around your hip and buttock, the inner thigh? Just notice how tense, even the calf muscle. Can you kind of let the tension go a little? Just hold the pose. Take a couple of breaths, make them conscious. And then just releasing. Hands on your knees and bring your feet together so that the toes touch. And then take the hands away, knees away from you, bring them out to the side. Rotate them back towards the body and then together again. So you're making kind of a square or a circle movement. Again, just another lovely movement for your hip joint. The tailbone kind of curls and tips up a little. And then other direction. Really kind of gentle nurturing. This is the sort of thing you could do lying in bed first thing in the morning before you even kind of get up. Coming to a stillness, and let's roll up to seated, just working our upper body. So pulling back meditation cushions if you want to sit on them. And just gently come into Chin Mudra with your hands. Lift your spine so that you're comfortable and have a nice elevation through the body. Close your eyes. Take a couple of breaths, reground your energy roots through your tailbone. And then when you're ready, take the chin down. Pause here. It's always lovely just to pause. Notice how much tension you really do hold in your back. Take the chin up. And down again. Once more up, and really enjoying the lovely stretch you get through your throat. And centre, tilting the head right, left. Just a small pause, just so that you can observe and just notice. Coming centre, and then just gentle twist to look over the right shoulder and left. Same again. And then finally we come to the front. Take the chin down and go in the opposite direction that you normally go in. So rotate the head round. Just once in each direction. Noticing any similarities or differences from what you're used to. Gently coming back to centre, opening your eyes if you have them shut, and then just coming hands onto the shoulders and a nice rotation, loosening up anything that is physically tense here or emotionally held, and the other way. Our bodies hold so much history in our cells, cellular memory of events, physical trauma, emotional trauma. So moving just shifts stuff, which is lovely. Okay, coming off cushions, like to come into boat pose, a lovely seated balance. We'll do this 3 times, just exploring it gently. If you've got lower back issues, just being really gentle here, and you may even just want to come toes away from the mat and holding onto the legs the whole time. Listen to your body, don't do anything that will aggravate it. But if you're quite okay in the lower back, then you can progress this pose. So engage belly and lower pelvic diaphragm, and just gently coming up into a nice balance, just balancing on our buttocks, lifting the legs if you feel quite nice and secure here. Just bring them parallel into half boat. And still with deep belly breaths, gazing forward and gently lower. We'll do a first few where we hold onto the legs and it's quite nice and supportive. Give legs a little shake if you want to. Always feel it right in the top hip creases here. And again, coming back into boat, lifting the legs a bit higher if you want to. Keep the back straight. If this compromises the straightness of your back, always just kind of lower down again. Notice where your legs start shaking, where perhaps the hamstrings are tight. And then just gently lift lower. Give anything a little bit of a rub and a shake. This is more about noticing how the body can be balanced on the mat rather than how much we can force the body into a shape. So coming up again, gently engaging belly and pelvic diaphragm. And if you can, just release the arms with a nice straight back. Take a breath or two, and then just lower. Release. Rub anything that you notice, the tension. Lovely alternative sometimes, just to, rather than tree in the standing poses, just to explore how balanced you feel still in your life. Let's just switch around again. Come into butterfly. I didn't do butterfly, and this is always one that I do like to do at the end of the warm-up. Nice little stretch here. And perhaps we'll take it in a bit more of a yin essence. Just let the whole body fold forward rather than being rigid in the back. Let the head sink down, let the shoulders round a little, and just let everything soften. And enjoy a few deep breaths into your belly. Notice how much tension you hold, perhaps, in certainly the upper spine, up into the neck. And as you breathe deeply to the belly and into the upper chest, feeling your back ribs just expand and open here. Nice purposeful breaths. Let's come up. Okay, onto hands and knees for a gentle cat-cow, because this is always a lovely one to get our spine mobile before anything else. So coming into tabletop, we'll start where we move from one end to the other rather than both ends. So on your next exhale, tip your tailbone under, and then just start to come up into the lower spine. The mid-spine starts to rise, upper spine, and then the head drops between the arms. On the inhale, belly drops as we lift our tailbone. The chest lowers, and then we lift our head. So it's quite nice to kind of do it in this one-way movement. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, move through lower spine, mid-spine, upper spine, head drops. And the other way. When you do it like this, you can almost feel every vertebrae taking its moment of movement. Far more conscious. Let's just do a few more. What do you prefer, the cat or the cow movement? How does your body best react? And then just coming back to a nice neutral spine. Take yourself back, Hasta, nice stretch here. Really reach your arms out, stretch them out ahead of you so that the fingers are sticky on the mat. Bring the head down, and you can really feel your shoulder blades pulling away from the spine. And then we can just draw them in and gently come up. Toes under for a little toe stretch on the way to standing. And then coming up gently in your own time. We'll do a sun salutation. See if we can encourage the sun out. Get our bodies moving and flowing. Get the heart pumping a little bit. So when you're ready, just coming to the top of your mat, draw your hands to your heart centre. Have that moment to ground down and awareness on how your feet are planted onto the mat. And we'll take a lovely deep inhale. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, salute our beautiful sun. And folding forward. Honouring the sun. Coming up. Right foot back. Take a moment here. Let's sink into the hips. Lovely stretch. Great for all leg meridians. Down dog. And just when you're here, just make sure that the base of your fingers are really pushed into the mat. Sometimes the palms can really be sort of puffed up and arching away. So lovely flat back, strong arms, strong elbows, lifting that tailbone. Inhale, And then exhale, coming down and all the way back on that full exhale. And then inhale to Sphinx or Cobra, whatever your body needs to do today. The first one, down dog. Left foot forwards, gazing up. And then feet together and sweep up. Feels good to get the body moving. Let's do the other side. Just take a breath in between. And inhale. Exhale. Salute our sun. Forward fold. Flatten the back. Left leg. Into equestrian. Gazing up. Down dog. Ground in hands, feeling strong. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale. Down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Right foot. And left together. Sweeping up. Feels good. Just have a breath. We're going to go through the moon salutation, the one that is the same style as this sun salutation. And we'll just go a little bit slower and more fluid and flow with it, more feminine. So standing at the top of your mat, inhale. Nice, slower, like you're moving through water, linking with the feminine, the water element. Hands down, left foot. Come into equestrian and then up into this crescent. Hands float down. We slowly move into down dog. A gentle breath in. And a nice slow movement down. Calming. Inhale to Cobra. And then keep moving, exhale to down dog. Left foot forwards. Sink yourself into crescent. Float the arms down. And sweeping up. Hands to your heart. We'll just take a short breath. And then start again the other side. Exhale. Inhale, salute our lovely lunar moon. Gentle, soft fold forward. And flattening the back, left side back now. Crescent. Continuous movement, just nice and slowly. Inhale, exhale down. Bowing. Cobra. Down dog. Right foot forwards. Feet together. And sweep up. Hands to heart, just coming back to a centre. Lie yourself down for a moment, just those two short sequences. Notice if you really felt a difference between the two, with the sun salutation being quite masculine and active, perhaps a little faster. And then the essence of the moon salutation, a lot more feminine, floaty, calming, a coolness in the energy rather than a heat. And just enjoy a few breaths here, soaking in whatever you have felt from those sequences. in a physical way or in an emotional way, whatever came to mind mentally. Absorb your practice. And take a body scan as well, head to toe. Notice how your lower spine feels, your hips, your knees, all the areas that may get triggered with our movement. And bringing our knees in for a nice gentle hug. Give yourself a lovely hug. It was Thanksgiving yesterday in America, and I know not everybody celebrates it here, but I always like to join in with that feeling of gratitude. It really opens the heart. You know, there are so many things we can be thankful for, and just to have a few moments to appreciate it is really quite lovely. Nice reminder. Okay, let's come to standing. And work through Trikonasana and Warriors. Begin long ways on your mat, feet about leg length. When you look down at your outside edges of your feet, allow them to be parallel rather than feet coming out at angles, and then lift. How much do you know you slump in the day? So really lift your energy here. Activate the biceps, hands to hips. We'll start by turning in left foot and out the right. Just swing your hips back round. Extension of the right arm coming down, Trikonasana. And then take that left arm up. How does this feel today? You can do this pose every day for a week and it will feel very different perhaps each day because you're different emotionally, physically, mentally. See if you can sink down a little lower without compromising the shoulder folding forwards. Nice strong straight legs, grounded feet. And gently lift up. We're literally going to swivel the feet to the other side. And by comparison, notice if there's a real difference in this side. For me, it always feels so different. And coming just from one side to the other without anything in between, you can really notice subtle differences in the way your body wants to move. Take a few deep breaths. Notice if you're tense in your knees. And gently coming up. From here, we'll come into Warrior Two. So just separate the feet a little bit more. Bend into that left knee. Left arm extended forwards, right arm back. Engage into your buttocks and your thighs. Be strong here. Enjoy. How does this pose make you feel? Courageous, powerful, brave? And then Parsvakonasana, this softens the pose emotionally. Lovely long stretch. What are we reaching for? What are we aiming for? Coming up, we're going to just swivel the feet to the opposite direction. Warrior Two. And again, how does this feel different from the other side? Does one leg feel stronger perhaps? And then Parsvakonasana, side lunge. Lovely long stretch. Really feel this in the side of your waist. It feels gorgeous. Really activating on your gallbladder channel as well. Let's just come up, forward facing feet. Take your elbows, inhale, and a lovely long extension forward. Exhale as you come down. Bend your knees if you need to on the way down, just for your lower back. And just hang here for a moment, hold the elbows, and maybe enjoy sort of pulling the arms away from the body. And drop the hands to the mat. We're going to walk the hands forward. Try to only come as far as the heels want to then lift off the mat. So like a down dog, but with feet wide. And gently walking back. Take the hands through the legs. So just twist the fingers in the opposite direction And lean back a little bit without toppling into this pose. Again, noticing what you feel through the backs of your legs. Just bring your hands back to center. We're going to walk the feet in, heel toe, heel toe. And we're going to come up into chair pose. I'm just going to turn this way. Before you lift up, have a real engagement in your belly and your pelvic diaphragm as well. Push your bottom out, nice flat back, and we extend the arms nice and parallel and sort of sit into chair pose, Utkatasana, and then just gently lift up, feeling the strength through our thighs. Okay, have a moment, come back to your mat. Don't often do chair pose. I do quite like it when I'm feeling strong. If the back feels weak for whatever reason, if it's physical or it's an emotional weakness, chair pose doesn't always resonate. Just have a few moments to lie here and absorb that little sequence of Trikonasana and Warrior. How different it feels from the sun and the moon sequences. Deep breaths. If your eyes are closed, just noticing if there's colours or images floating in the mind. Checking in with your heartbeat. And then when you're ready, just hug the knees in. Another little rock. And coming up to seated. Bringing the legs wide. We'll start with some variations on this seated wide leg pose. Dragonfly, we call it in yin. Pull out the pads of your buttocks so that you just feel connected with your sit bones. And raising the arms, lovely tall back. Have a gentle flex in your feet. And then coming forwards. Just resting the hands down here, we have a nice length to our spine. And on the inhale, we have that ability to lift. And on the exhale, sinking. So in Hatha, we are active in the pose. The muscles are active and engaged. Having the flex in the foot, you'll feel that through the back of your leg. And we're encouraging our chest forward. Noticing what you're feeling. This is very stimulating on your liver, kidney, spleen, and also your bladder channel that runs down the backs of our legs. So it's lovely to know what we're targeting in certain poses. Root chakra and sacral in terms of the chakras. Gently lift up. And we'll tuck our left foot in towards the centre. Again, just take another kind of lift through the body. There's such a tendency for the body to slouch. And then just kind of turning body towards the right. Inhale, arms up. Still a flex in your foot. And coming down. And just let your hands rest wherever they want to. There's no agenda. There's no perfect pose. Just listen to what your body wants to do today. Feeling a lovely stretch in now the side of your waist, the left side, which is your gallbladder stimulation here. And with every breath, you have the opportunity to soften into it. You always use your breath to soften into the pose. And we'll gently lift up on an inhale. And swap sides. So just twisting body towards that left foot. Inhale up. Exhale forwards. And again, with every time that we do a right and a left side of a pose, exploring any subtle differences, whether there's not as much reach one side or it does feel more flexible. Perhaps you notice more of a stretch in a different area. Use the breath. Inhale, lift, exhale, soften. Again, that lovely stretch through the right side of your waist. Let's take one more breath. Gently walk your hands back to centre. Have a moment to lie down and notice the whole back of your body, so backs of your legs and your spine. Where are you feeling movement in your body of chi, of prana? Where does it feel stimulated? You might feel coolness, warmth, tingling. This is just your energy shifting. Draw the knees in, and we'll come to seated for a seated twist. Have a little rock first, and then coming up. So legs extended. Bring your right foot over your left knee and a lovely tall length to your spine, like someone's got a rod down your spine, because whenever we're twisting, we don't want to kind of twist a slumped spine. Flex in your left foot, left arm hugs, right arm swings behind. And either palm on the mat or fingertips on the mat, whatever suits you, gazing over the right shoulder. And just breathing, breathe deep into the belly. You may feel the belly sort of expand to your thigh. Breath moves into the chest and you can feel a lovely stretch through your back muscles and your ribs. Still a gentle flex in your left foot, and you might feel a lovely pull around your right buttock and around the hip. Lovely. Take a breath. Let's return to the front. Nice and slowly. Release the legs. Just lean back for a moment. Take a breath. Just notice the after effect unravelling, and then we'll come into the other side. So the left foot over your right knee. Again, nice length to your spine. Right arm hugs, left arm behind. Flex in your right foot. What do you feel today? A deep stretch around your left thigh, buttock and hip? Or is it more in your back? As you gaze over this shoulder, notice how far your gaze reaches the peripheral of your vision. And gentle belly breaths. Wonderful for solar plexus. One more breath. And let's come back round to the front. After this twist, just lie down for a moment. Let the spine realign. Let all the cartilage between the vertebrae plump up again like little sponges. Allow the fluid through your spine to move, the blood. Just take a moment. Does your spine feel really healthy after that twist? Does it feel a little bit more alive? Enjoy some deep breaths here. And we'll bring our knees in. I'd like to come into either raised legs or shoulder stand, whichever you prefer, whichever your energy allows you to do today. So if you're raised legs, you might want a little cushion just to wedge under the buttocks and tilt the legs up. So if you're feeling a bit more like you need a nurturing energy today, go with this. Swing your legs on a wall if you have. If you wish to come into a bit more of a stimulating shoulder stand, then lie down, knees bent, palms are down at the side of the body, and you swing your knees to your forehead. Support your back with your hands and then lifting up. Always keep the neck straight here, always look up, don't twist the head. So a shoulder stand, and you can come into plough, halasana if you wish, lowering the feet down behind you if that is something that you like. There's quite a few nice variations. You can come into eagle legs, both sides. A lovely inversion to tip your world off upside down. View it from another direction. And if you want to gently just come out of that for a moment and come into raised legs, or you can stay there, it's up to you. I'm just going to try both today. And just take a few more breaths here. When you're ready to come out of shoulder stand, draw your knees towards your forehead, supporting your back with your arms still, and gently roll down in a nice controlled way. If you're already in just raised legs, then you can gently come out. Allow yourself just to come into Shavasana for a moment. Take a breath. And then draw knees into chest. And if you want to, and you have a little pillow handy, we've taken the body forward with dragonfly and a few of those poses. It's nice maybe just to rest the body back over a little pillow, take it further away from your body, and just lie back. So we're allowing the spine to take the opposite direction. Just choose where you're happy to have your cushion. Opens the chest, opens the throat. So quite a nice chakra balancing today with root and sacral solar plexus with a twist, heart opening here, throat. And in your raised legs or shoulder stand, third eye. When you're in Shavasana, all chakras are stimulated. So we'll just enjoy a few more breaths here. Try and relax your body, relax your buttocks, soften your neck and shoulders. And when you're ready, just lift your head. Lift the body gently so that you can pull the cushion out, come back into Shavasana, neutral spine. Noticing the difference, feeling quite refreshed through your spine. We've moved it in most directions today. In all directions, side, twist, forward and backwards. And gently draw your knees in. We're going to come up to seated for just a short breathing practice. So if you want to grab cushions, you can. I like to offer you triangle or square breath because some people really gravitate to one or the other. Triangle breath is where we inhale, hold the inhale, and then simply exhale and repeat. And maybe that is to the count of 3, 4, or 5, whatever feels right within you. Square breath, like the shape, is inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. So the inhale, retention, and the exhale and retention. Choose what feels right for you. Perhaps try a square breath and then a triangle breath and then a square breath, and one may feel right today. So rest hands to Dhyana Mudra and choosing, let's start with triangle breath. So inhale, hold, exhale, and then inhale again, hold, exhale. Maybe try square breath now. So inhale, hold, exhale, and then hold the breath out. Inhale again, hold, exhale, and hold. Choose what feels right for you. We'll just do a few more. And when you get to the end of that round of breath, just allow yourself to lie down now, or remain seated if you prefer. Just come into relaxation. Perhaps put a blanket round you, your shoulders, or pull one over. Allow yourself this time. It's only 10 minutes out of your day. Just give yourself permission to time out. As you relax your body from head to toe, and your breath becomes softer and more gentle as you soften, I'd like you to imagine that you're just walking along a woodland path. Autumn season, lots of leaves on the ground of all different colours and sizes. golden, brown, red ones, yellow ones, some still tinged with a little green. You're comfortable and warm, and there's a lovely sunlight glow through the bare branches of the trees now. And as you walk along, you see some beautiful feathers. You choose what they look like for you, whether they're lovely white, clean white feathers, or little soft, fluffy new feathers. Perhaps they're feathers with patterns. Feathers are often wonderful little signs, gifts from another world, or signals that we're being guided. Perhaps loved ones or guides are close by. If there's a certain feather that you notice in your mind that you want to pick up and just examine and marvel at its beautiful creation, and perhaps take home with you. In this lovely woodland autumn scene, go and find somewhere to sit, perhaps on a little bench that is directly in the sunlight, warming your face. And there's no one around, and you can just close your eyes. And as you do so, the real redness behind your eyelids starts to fill your mind. And there's a beautiful warmth beating down on your face. And you can't help but turn the corners of your mouth up into a gentle, heartwarming smile. And perhaps you feel your face moving into a smile and your eyes are smiling even though your lids are closed. Just feeling this beautiful warmth from the sun out in nature and just stillness and quietness. It lifts your spirit, warms your heart. Just take some time in this space now. Very gently, just draw your mind back from wherever your thoughts drifted. And as you come back into your body with a few breaths, just noticing how you're feeling. You can gently start to move fingers and toes. If you're seated, just maybe rolling the head and a gentle flex of the spine. Notice what's going through your mind. What thoughts are now coming in? Are they still in the present moment or thinking now ahead? Just observe. So those of you lying down, begin to hug the knees in and enjoy a nice little stretch and a roll on your back. Just checking in again throughout your whole body, emotionally, mentally. And coming up to seated, we will chant 3 Oms together. Notice how it resonates through your body, how far it resonates from the throat. Perhaps you'll feel it in the heart, perhaps you'll feel that ripple effect in the third eye. So drawing hands to Chin Mudra, close the eyes, take a deep breath in. Where do you feel that vibration? Rub the palms now. Lovely warm hands. And then palm the eyes. Allow yourself to blink and let the light through as you draw hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.